There are now 3 measles outbreaks in New York State, in Rockland County, Brooklyn, and as of this morning, Westchester County.
City Health Department is warning parents about a chickenpox outbreak.
More than 6 dozen children have been infected.
First, the latest on the swine flu epidemic, which the CDC said today has spread widely and cannot be contained.
Seasonal infectious diseases. They have maliciously killed millions across the globe. From the Black Death with a death toll of 75 to 200 million in the mid-1300s to the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic with a death toll of 500 million. Researchers have observed that there was a correspondence between the periodic surges in disease incidence and seasonal patterns. However, the mechanism behind this seasonality of many conditions are not entirely understood. But first of all, what are seasonal infectious diseases? Well, seasonal infectious diseases are composed of a variety of illnesses that typically develop and spread due to changes in temperature and climate. Based off recent events in the past few years, such as the nationwide measles and influenza outbreaks, it is evident that these seasonal infectious diseases have been tremendously and negatively affecting our society. Some severe cases may lead to hospitalization or even death. As a result, this topic has been investigated and was found that survival of the pathogenic organism outside a host depends on the characteristics of the environment, particularly temperature, humidity, exposure to sunlight, pH, and salinity. This shows that there are many factors that can affect and increase the chances of an individual catching a seasonal infectious disease. In fact, the ability for a pathogen to survive outside a host is an important cause for seasonal incidences and the infections transmitted by aerosols, droplets, etc. According to Dr. Michaela Martinez, a scientist at Columbia University Mailman School of Public Health, all infectious diseases have a seasonal element. Therefore, it is crucial to take caution and be aware of the different diseases that commonly spread each season. The first season of the new year, winter. The season of the cold, delicate, crisp air, icy outdoor activities, and the most common infectious diseases, influenza and the common cold. Influenza is one of the most common winter ailments. In fact, influenza has been ranked in the top 10 leading causes of death in the United States from 1980 to 2016. Influenza season typically runs from October to March and is spread by airborne droplets when an infected individual sneezes, talks, or coughs. Additionally, the flu may be spread when a person touches a surface or an object that obtains the virus. The flu comes on quickly and lingers around longer than colds, bringing with it the following list of miserable symptoms: fever, body aches, fatigue, headache, chills, coughs, runny or stuffy nose, sneezing, and watery eyes. Younger children may also experience nausea and vomiting. The common cold is the second most common infectious disease during the winter season. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration points to the increased proximity of other people during colder months as the main reason of why we all tend to get sick during the winter. The common cold is characterized by a stuffy or runny nose, sneezing, coughing, a scratchy throat, and watery eyes. While no vaccine exists, the cold is usually spread through contact with infected mucus, which means limited contact with infected people is important. Colds usually last 7 to 10 days and are the leading cause of school and work absences, as adults experience an average of 2 to 3 colds per year, with even more for children and adolescents. The second season of the new year, spring, where April showers bring May flowers the birds are singing and the bees are buzzing. But it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Conjunctivitis or pink eye is most commonly seen during this season. Viral and bacterial pink eye is at its peak during the cold and flu season. However, as spring blooms, allergies are the ultimate cause of this illness. The most common symptoms include redness, itching, and the tearing of the eyes. Fortunately, allergic conjunctivitis can be treated with antihistamines. Summer, the warmth of the sun touching your skin, and the gentle cool breeze brushing through your hair. All is good until food poisoning comes creeping by and attacks. According to the CDC, every year around 3,000 Americans die from foodborne diseases. Warm weather encourages bacteria to multiply, and food sitting in the sun that is prepared in advance creates the perfect conditions for contamination and food poisoning. Therefore, it is important that pre-prepared food should be handled hygienically, stored safely, and kept cool if possible. NHS choices explain that most cases of food poisoning can be treated at home and do not require medical advice, and that most people will feel better in a matter of days. It is, however, important to replace fluids lost through vomiting and diarrhea. Autumn. It's back to school season where all the children go back to their learning environments and stress levels begin to rise. But another disease begins to arise as well. It is the common and contagious disease called pneumonia. Pneumonia is the infection of the lung, and according to the American Thoracic Society, this illness is the world's leading cause of death among children under the age of 5, as there are 120 million episodes of pneumonia per year. This illness could be caused by bacterial or viral organisms, and the symptoms may include fever, cough, breath shortness, and rundown. It is advised to visit a doctor if you have difficulty breathing, chest pain, and a fever at or over 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Although many seasonal infectious diseases are spread year-round, prevention is a great measure that you can take to contribute to your society starting now. Here are some ways you can make a change, brought to you by 2 health professionals located in Southern California.
Hi, my name is Derek Joe, and I'm an inpatient pharmacist at Torrance Memorial Medical Center. As important as it is to treat the infection, the best way to handle infections is to prevent them from happening. We recommend getting the flu vaccine every year and then pneumonia vaccine for high-risk patients, for example, those who are immunosuppressed or over the age of 65.
You can go by Sean, S-E-A-N, and Theng, T-E, family and urgent care doc. I think overall, the universal precaution in any health settings, in particular offices, and you can do this at home, it's just universal precaution, keeping ourselves clean. And when we're sick, clean means washing our hands often. They do get dry, put some lotions on them. Kind of be cautious when we're sick. Yes, you do have to stay home when you have a significant fever from school or work. And others who are sick, we need to cover up and be careful how we cough, whether it's our hands or elbow. Particularly, we should use our elbow area. These are just precautions that we should use on a daily basis. Every little thing helps and do contribute to prevention.
Ultimately, you can be the one to make a difference to your health and society with vaccines and basic hygiene habits. Just practicing these 2 things along with exercise and a healthy diet can really open your eyes to a healthier and happier life. Thank you for watching.